Hello everyone and welcome to this EV Geek Studios video. This is going to be the final in our kind of current run of ownership updates we've been doing. So if you're familiar with our channel, you know that previous to this video releasing, Joel and I both have done a 6-month ownership review of he is spent 6 months of his EV6 now, of it being his car. Technically they've had it for 4 years though, so there's some detail on that. Then I have had my Ioniq 5 for 6 months now, and because I guess we're crazy, I don't know, we kind of all bought new cars at the same time. And so his wife also got a new car 6 months ago. And so that is the focus of this video. So in this video, I'm behind the camera and we are joined by Joel and his wife, and they talk about their 6-month ownership, and he gets her perspective on it because, you know, she's not necessarily a car person like Joel and I are. So she has some different cares and wants and needs from her vehicle that we wouldn't necessarily think of, and then we have a perspective that maybe she wouldn't consider either. So this, again, like I said, is going to be the last in these ownership update series, at least for a little while, because there's only 3 of us. We're run out of cars. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this, and we'll see you right after the intro. All right, today's video is brought to you by EV9. EV9 sent over their NACS extension cable for AC charging. Just to reiterate, AC charging, do not use this at a Tesla supercharger. They do also make one of these that is J1772, but this specific variant is 50 amp rated for up to 12 kilowatts, 240 volt, of course. This version is 21 feet long. They have a longer 40-foot version as well if you need extra length. And just to kind of give you a quick look at how it works, so you can see on this side you have a NACS inlet with a little lock on it. So we're going to take Joel's NACS cable, boom, and we're going to go out to Joel's NACS vehicle. There we go. And wow, you parked this thing perfectly. Give it a plug. I heard it lock. And why would you want this? So if you're an EV owner, you know, like hotel charging is like the best use case for one of these, because the number of times you pull up to a hotel and the charger's blocked by an ICE vehicle or an employee's car or whatever, but that spot next to the charger is magically open. Well, now you have enough cable to park next to the charger and then pull the cable around to wherever your charge port is. Or if you're in a situation you don't want to back in and you need to just get around, things like that. But you can hear the car is charging, everything's good, and it should be pulling. If I remember right, you have the 32 amp charger, and it is indeed pulling 7.4 kilowatts. Just like that, easy peasy. All right, so if you want to get one of these, we will have a link down below in the video description. Again, a huge thanks to EV9 for sponsoring this video.
Hello everyone and welcome back to EV Geek Studio. Sebastian is behind the camera. I am Joel and this is my lovely wife, Summer. And today we're going to talk about her or ours 6-month ownership experience with the EV9. So 6 months ago, we traded in the EV9 and the Model Y and leased this 2026 EV9. I believe this is the Wind Edition. Is that correct, Sebastian? You
whatever the base model is.
Yeah, whatever the base model. Light Wind. I can't remember.
I think it's the light long range.
It's the light. It's LLR. It's the light long range. So it does have the bigger battery in it. Probably roughly around 300 miles of range. I'm assuming that's what it gets. That's what EPA is, but we've never taken a long trip to figure that out. So yeah. So you drive this every day, correct?
Yes.
And overall, the drive quality in riding in it, how would you compare this to kind of like the Telluride that you had?
I think it drives about the same as a Telluride. I can't tell much of a difference since we did have that, a couple years ago?
Can you tell? And I can't tell either. I think size-wise, they're probably about the same size.
They're about the same.
So yeah, that's what I would think. All right, so I think we only have about 7,000 or 8,000 miles on this car. So we're right within our, we'll look at it here when we get in the car here in a little bit. I think we're right within our numbers. We can't go over 15,000 miles a year. So yeah, the one thing I'm gonna start that I love about this car is how we get you have this on yours, is how the handles, will pop out, when you unlock the car. I don't like the little, I don't know, what would you call it, Sebastian?
You just don't like the Tesla style where you kind of have to push and then pop.
And the EV6 has that too as well. I like just being able to pull the door handle and leaving. So that's one of the things I like. What do you think what's the best thing you like about this car? Tough question, I know.
I know, it's a very tough question.
What do you think?
I think it's just the space. It's very roomy inside compared to the EV6 that we have. So it's easier to probably travel in when we get to do that.
Yeah, 'cause we traveled in a Tesla Model Y with 2 teenage kids. That's kind of tough. That's kind of tough. All right. So is this the color that you wanted?
It is the color that I wanted. I like white.
Why? What's with you and white cars? Why do you always have to own white cars?
I just think they're
I get it.
pretty.
Sebastian's like that too.
Like look.
Okay, whatever that look is. So now here's a question I can answer too. Were you hesitant about leasing a vehicle?
Yes, because we didn't know anything about it. So I guess once we talked to the dealership, I think that helped when, especially you talked to him. It was over the phone, wasn't it, for a little
Text
bit?
message phone, yep.
Yeah, we went back and forth with that. But yeah, it was actually pretty easy.
Yeah, so huge shout out to Everett Kia up in Batesville. They hooked us up with this, very easy to work with. Basically, we just showed up, picked it up, signed about 5 minutes, 10 minutes worth of papers, and left. So very easy to do. So now let's talk about what you don't like about the car. I'm gonna talk first about what I don't like about the car. And for me, it's not the car's fault. I do not like driving. I've realized now after owning a Model Y, coming from a Ram 1500 truck to a Model 3 to a Model Y to an EV6, I've realized I do not like big vehicles anymore. I do not like driving big vehicles anymore. This vehicle is just too, for my personal use, too big for me to drive. Not a knock on the car, but just too big for me to drive. That's opposite with you, right?
Yes.
You like big vehicles, don't you?
Well, I mean, I don't care.
You don't care?
But that just surprised me because you wanted a truck.
I didn't want a truck, but I want a small truck,
Okay.
like a Rivian or something like that. But just big 3-row SUVs just don't appeal to me. Now, you were in the land one we had, right? We remember that for a while there. We rented the land. We reviewed the land, the blue one of these.
Oh yes.
So that was like the luxury one.
Yes.
That was nice.
Yes.
So think of some things that you are not very fond of about this vehicle.
One of the things is it doesn't save the seat settings. So if you were to drive after me, you would have to move the seat, and then I'd have to get in and move after you.
Sorry, it's distracting. It's awesome. This kid keeps hitting sick drifts in his go-kart now.
We have a little guy behind us. We have a little kid behind us. Doesn't realize we're recording and is hitting a little sink drifts while we're recording.
It's fun.
And the cup holders are quite noisy for some strange reason.
So yeah,
things like vibrate. It's the oddest thing.
That's the kind of thing that would drive me insane.
Yes, I've seen it pop up. When you have little towels in there, is what you do. You just put a little
I used to wrap a towel around my coffee mug.
So we've seen that on I've seen a lot on the EV9 ownership pages where I don't know if it's like the little knob inserts aren't tight enough that are very loose. They're spring loaded. So I don't know if the springs are too loose, but any kind of plastic metal you put in there that's small, like a water bottle or a small Stanley cup, it will vibrate. And it's very annoying to where you almost just have to pull the cups out. What else do you think annoys you a little bit about this vehicle?
I think that's pretty much it. It's just mainly those two things. We did go through a problem.
Did you that camera, did you? That mic.
We did go through an issue of the settings not saving in here. Remember with the radio station?
That's right.
Oh, yeah, so tell me about that, because that's weird.
Yeah.
So when we first got the car, and I'm thinking it was not our fault. I'm thinking it was the issue of the Sirius XM still being under Kia's account and not in our account yet. So we set the radio stations, and then we get in a day later and they wouldn't be set. And we'd set them, we get in a day later and they wouldn't be set. So what we did, and this is a problem I have about the app, which is cool. There's a way you can go into the app and you can sync the stations for your driving. So if she puts her 20 stations in, she can sync it to where if she gets in her car, the same 20 stations are synced if she gets in my car. But you can only sync them, from what I can see. And if I'm wrong, if you're watching, put this in the comments. You can only sync them to one driver. So when I get in the car and I hit my name, because you can pick different profiles, the stations aren't synced. And after a while, we noticed if you log out of the app or the app logs you out, the stations are no longer synced anymore.
Interesting.
So we just removed, I was playing around with it, trial and error. I removed that syncing feature within the app. And since then, we haven't had any issues. So I'm assuming at the beginning there, it was an issue with the Sirius XM hadn't transferred over to our ownership. It was still in the trial, that 3-month trial mode and everything like that. So and I'm thinking that's what the problem is. It was still in that 3-month trial mode. Because if you know my wife, she likes to save money. She wasn't switching over until that last day of that 3-month trial.
Understandable.
Mode. So during that time, it would not really save. It would save the stations for a day or two, and then it would loop back out. Do you feel like when you're driving this vehicle, do you feel it's too big?
No.
You don't think it's too big?
I
But
don't
you,
have any issues with it.
you don't have any issues? You don't run into things or anything like that?
No.
Just people running into us. So,
That's right.
dude, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
But yeah, just a little,
The worst luck of people
just a
backing
little
into us.
minor offender. How do you feel the quality, like the build quality of the car is?
Oh, I think it's great. I mean, the seats are leather, and I mean, the only thing, well, and especially in the last model that we had, the seats have recliners. This one does not.
Gotcha.
That one was nice.
Yep.
But I mean, it's not like we've been traveling in it.
Gotcha. So Sebastian, we're gonna pop it. I'm gonna pop in the driver's side over here. Some of you stay in the passenger side.
Where do you want me to go?
Come back over here. It's fine.
I was like, I just need you to direct
I'll
me.
keep the door open. You can go watch the little kid drifting in the back.
Hell
So as you can see, they don't have memory seats like she said. So when I get in, as you can see, I'm pretty tall up here. I don't mess with her seats. You never mess with a woman's seats when you're driving. That's a key thing you never want to do. But yeah, what I do love is...
So then he'll look extremely uncomfortable.
Yes. So I look like I'm driving like a 90-year-old woman or man sitting up like this. Okay, so another cool thing I really like about the EV9 is, which maybe 6 doesn't have, is for you to have a phone key. I guess that's what it's called, right, Sebastian?
Yeah, phone key.
Phone key. So, but it's not how it's not how Tesla traditionally uses it, where everything is done through the app. What you have to do is when you log into your car, it's logged in through your Kia Connect app. So her car's logged into the Kia Connect app, so it does everything to her. She has to add me as a driver in there, which she does, and I can have access. But there's certain things on my side of the app I cannot do that she can. I don't have like complete access of the vehicle in the app. But with the Kia access, what she has to do in her app, not mine, is she has to go in there and turn that setting on. And once that happens, I can now come into the screen here and produce a phone key. And when it does that, it sends something to her for her to download in her Apple Wallet. She can download it in her Apple Wallet and she can share it with me. So technically you do have phone key access because it's in your Apple Wallet too, but you share it with me. It's kind of odd because it's a little weird. But the other thing I like about it is you can limit the access someone can have. So you can actually go in there and limit, do you want someone to have full access to driving? Do you want to have it to where maybe they can only unlock and lock the doors? So maybe you want to give it to a child to where they can just get in and get out of the car, but they can't actually start the car. And I guess it's a way too, if someone would steal your phone and is trying to take your car, you can go in there and disable that and they no longer have that access. But I'm glad Kia and I believe Hyundai finally update that because you do not have that on your car either.
No, mine is, well,
You did a
technically,
workaround.
yes, there's a phone key if you have an Android phone and it requires the Hyundai app and it's a whole thing. It's basically no.
Basically, no.
Basically no.
On the older models, correct?
Yeah.
It started in what, 25, 26?
25-ish.
25, 26.
Around the same time they switched to CCNC.
The CCNC. So that's another thing too, talking about this. I really like the new software on this car. So the CCNC platform for the software is a whole lot nicer than, I don't know, what would you call the old one? What was the old
I don't
one?
know that they had a fancy name for it.
Because it's still the EGMP platform. So,
I don't think they had a fancy name for the software.
So yeah, but this software is a lot more intuitive. The route planning is better. The where you need to charge and stop is a little better. It's not perfect, but it's getting there. So yeah, OTA updates. So this is a problem I have, and I don't know if I talked about it. I probably talked about EV6. You used to have the same problem. You have to have the top tier connection, believed, to get the OTA updates, which I think is 19. You do the billing. What is it? For this, it's free because you're leasing it.
Yeah.
But I think for the key,
it's I think $19.99.
yeah, it's $19.99 a month just for you to have like complete unlimited Kia access to start your car, precondition your car, do all of that. But that is the only way with that subscription plan for you to get OTA updates.
I'm pretty confident $19.99 is cheaper than the Hyundai app.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I think yours maybe $24.99.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a cheaper car, you get a cheaper app. So yeah. But the nice thing is that Kia has been consistent about sending OTA updates out. I think we've probably gotten in the last 6 months, probably 3 or 4 for this car. But from what I heard, and Sebastian, I don't know if we need to research this some more, you may know. From what I read in one of our Comstar videos, the OTA only updates infotainment and navigation. It doesn't.
And that's it.
That's it. So like if there's a change in something with charging percentage, like Kia, like Tesla does, where, hey, this update, I now get 5 more miles. That cannot be done OTA.
Right.
That has to be taken to the dealership to do. And I haven't gotten anything saying that I'm due for an update. I may be. I
They
don't know.
probably won't tell you.
They probably won't. I'll take it in for a power change, and they'll say, "Oh, you're up for an update. Do you want to install it?" So yeah. So Summer, you have ridden in the third row of this car. How would you say the room is in the third row?
I mean, it's snug. I mean, it's not super tight or anything. I mean, it's if I was probably like a 12-year-old,
Yep.
it's pretty comfy. And well, I'm smaller built.
Gotcha. You are
Now,
you are
would
the height.
be
You
able
are the height of a 12-year-old. So yes.
Yeah, so you probably would not be able to sit back there with you being 6'2". So
Do you think you could do a 7 or 8 hour trip in the back there
by myself, yes.
with a 12-year-old beside you?
No.
Okay. So, and that's what we notice a lot with these cars. The third row, especially in the Rivian, I believe, the third row can get a little tight. We don't count the Tesla because technically Model X doesn't have a third row.
And it's about to go away anyway.
And it's about to go away anyway, so it really doesn't matter. So that's one thing I was worried about. Is it actually a third row? Is it a traditional third row or not a third row? But this is actually a traditional third row. So another question for you. Why do you prefer the cabin seats in the second row over the bench? Because that's a deal breaker for you.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess it's just easier to access the third row if you just want to climb in instead of having to move the seat all the way up just to get into the back.
Valid.
Gotcha. I like it because we have kids that have a tendency to want to touch each other on long trips, and with the cabin seats, they have a tendency to leave the captain seats. They have a tendency to leave each other alone when that happens. But I think that's true. I don't think there's ever a point to where we have to have 3 people in the third row.
Well, actually,
In the second row, sorry. That's why we if we
okay.
needed a bench seat.
Well, because the third row only does.
Yeah, the third row only does seat 2, and that's what we're seeing a lot with the EV SUVs that are coming out. That traditionally those third rows in the EV can only hold 2. Anything else you can think of that you love or hate about this vehicle? Do you ever use a sunroof?
No.
So at one point, sunroofs were deal breakers, but now it's just it's standard on this model. So, but we never used or anything like that. Other than that, I mean, it's been a pretty solid ride. No issues, no weird things that popped up on the screen or anything like that. Yeah, it's been a pretty solid. You got any questions for us, Sebastian?
So you touched on a little bit. This is a lease.
Yes.
Ultimately, I think y'all would agree that it has worked well. Does it disappoint you a little bit that you feel like you can't just take it everywhere?
Yeah, I would say there are some times where we think about our miles. Like right now, we've had the car. I'm looking at it. We get 15,000 miles a year. You've had the car for almost exactly 6 months, and we're at 6,300 miles. So we're within the margin where we need to be. But there are some times where she'll say, "Take my car," and I'll say, "I don't want to put the miles on it." But for our long trips, this is the car we're going to take. So when we take our trip to South Carolina, we'll take this. However, if we got to make a quick trip to Fayetteville, which is 3 hours away, we may not take this.
Right.
We may take my car. Depends on how many people are with us, how many kids we got with us. But I don't think it, but that's one thing you said when you got the car. That's not something she wants to think about. I don't want to be thinking about all the time.
Right.
Am I putting too many miles? Am I putting too many miles on it? Because at the beginning, I was like that. She's like, well, let's go to my mom's house, take my car. It's like, no, we don't want to put the miles on. She's like, stop saying that. If we put the miles on it, we put the miles on it. Because I believe it's what, 15
It's like so many cents. Per
15
mile
cents per mile over
when
45,000
you
miles.
turn it in,
So yeah, if we put an extra 5,000 miles on the car, that's an extra what, $1,500 if I'm mathing right. So it's really not that bad. But for her, your commute is 10 miles a day.
Yeah.
Probably 5 miles there, 5 miles back. She doesn't have a long commute, so she doesn't put the miles on. Plus, sitting at home for a week during the snowstorm and not going anywhere kind of helped out too. But yeah, I mean, we haven't had, and the nice thing is we haven't had any issues with the car. Leasing it was not an issue. I was concerned too about the lease because I heard, when you had this balloon payment, and the guy was like, no, man, basically when the lease is done, you just either say you want to buy it or you want to drop the keys off. And that's your 2 options.
Now, one thing we haven't found out though is, you usually have the maintenance. We don't know what we're supposed to do about that. If we get like your vehicle's due for maintenance, do we pay for that? Do we?
Oh, I'm sure if you need tire rotation and things like that,
Well,
yeah, you got,
that part. But if it's due to the vehicle,
I don't think there's any normal from here to 45,000 miles. I don't think there's any fluids or anything like that you would have to do.
Yeah, there
maintenance.
shouldn't be that much.
Cabin air filters, nothing I can think of.
Anything that breaks would be under warranty.
Anything that breaks is under warranty. Now, the nice thing about a lease is it comes with GAP. So you have to get the GAP insurance and it comes with it. Another thing we found out in our state about lease is they registered the car and everything for us. Like, that's what we're wondering. It's like, do we have to assess it? Do we have to register? No. I mean, we got the registration in the mail. It said Kia of America, and then underneath that, it said Joel and Summer Spencer.
License plate.
Came with a license plate. We didn't have to do any of that. So when we assessed this year, we didn't have to technically assess this because it's built into the payment of the car.
Interesting.
Like, it says the car payment, and at the bottom it says taxes and other fees, and it's additional, how much a month?
Oh, I don't remember.
A number. It's just an amount.
Yeah, amount per month that you pay. And that covers the taxes, the fees, the registration, and all that. So hopefully we're doing it correct. And when this car is up for renewal in August, we get.
You hopefully didn't just admit to some like mega crime.
I mean, that's because I was curious about that. Like, I can't assess the car's already been assessed because we got tags.
Right.
And when you looked on it, because we just assessed our other two vehicles, there was nothing on there for this car. So I'm assuming Kia still actually technically owns
is the owner of the car. You're
vehicle.
essentially just renting it from
They're
them.
renting. We're paying them a monthly payment to rent the vehicle from them. So I'm assuming that they handle the lease, the registration, everything like that, because this car is still technically theirs. And then the property taxes, all that is just built into that other payment of $75, $85
Right.
a month, which is fine for me. That's one less thing I got to worry about and less thing that we have to pay for.
All right. I don't really have anything else to ask you.
Summer, any final thoughts on this car?
I have none.
So, question for you. 3 years, or actually 2 years and 6 months from now, this car is up for lease. You've already said you're not going to probably keep it. But at that time, would you consider getting another EV9?
I would. I mean, I would definitely look and see what else is out there. We always tend to do that.
Would you like a higher trim model?
I would like a higher trim model, yes.
But I think you have to get the land, though, to get the captain seats.
Yeah, the trim, or at least currently, of course, who knows in 2.5 years, but currently the trimming and the seat configs are a little
like
weird.
The wind is the next one, but that only comes in bench seats.
Yeah.
And then you get the land, which comes in captain seats. Maybe they do that for you to upgrade to the land.
Maybe.
It's a marketing
There's
tool.
all sorts of weird rules around like weight regulation and all sorts of things.
So who knows that? Any final thoughts? Are you good to go?
I'm good to go.
See, I told you it wasn't that hard, was it? I
She's
just
ready
could
to
tell.
get out the car.
My wife does not like being on camera. She wants to go and watch TV. All right. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification icon, do whatever you need to so you know when new content drops on our channel. And we'll see you again in another EV Geek Studio video. So long, everyone.